Hi everyone. In this video, I'd like to take a look at how to write test in React using Jest and the React testing library. So this is basic project. I have a simple React component, which is just the Create React app starter, which has created this simple page, this simple component, and we want to take a look at almost all the various functions that we can make use of from the testing library React in order to test our React components, right? So in this first video, I want to take a look how to test images, how to get or test the images in your application, right? So we have our test file, so we have the app.tss, app.test.tss file. So first we need to import from the testing library, from the React testing library. And we need to import the render function, right? So the purpose of the render function is simply to render out the component into memory so that we can test from memory. We don't render it onto a browser or anything, but into memory. So first, let's say we want to give a description of what this test is, right? So should show an image to the page. I don't know, maybe you have a better description. Anything goes, right? Anything goes. You can put even a full stop or anything there, it doesn't matter, right? You just need to be a little bit more descriptive of what the test is about, right? So next thing we need to do is to obviously import the app, the component from app, right? So we import this component here, and then we render, right? We render the component. So there is it. So you call the render function, then pass in the app component. So this will render the component into memory. Then want to check if this image does exist in the components, right? So we are going to also import another uh, helper from React testing library, which is screen. So what screen is basically is just kind of like you being a user, then looking at the app, then seeing stuff on what the screen. So this screen has this. You want to pick something from this screen. You want to see something on this screen. So basically, the screen does that, right? So in this case, you want to see that this image is right. So you go with the screen dot get by alt text, right? So alt text is simply try. We know that for images you need the alt tag attribute for it, right, to differentiate this particular image from another image, which is very important in React, right? So we're going to use this alt text in order to grab this image from the page, right? So alt text, then what is the particular text that we are looking for? In this case, logo, because this alt text has what is a logo. So we grab that, so we can place that into a variable. So image, so obviously the image is now placed into this variable. Now we need to expect that this particular image does exist in the document. So maybe there could be instances where the page is rendered but the particular image isn't shown. It's probably hidden or inside memory, but it's not in the browser, and we don't want that, right? You want the actual image to be in the document, shown to the user. So we use dot to be in the document, right? So this is I think there's a description here. So it assesses whether an element is present in the document or not. So you use to ensure that the particular element that you're testing does exist in the document, right? So after I written all your tests, then you run what yarn test. So in this case I'm using yarn, but if you're using npm, you just run npm test, then to test your components and ensure that everything what passes successfully. So in this case it passes, right, which is good. Now if for whatever reason this image does not exist, this is what will happen. So obviously the test would what fail. So telling you that the particular image isn't in the document, right? And React testing library is so great that when it detects that a test has failed, it will spit out what this um how do you this HTML, right? For you to what inspect what is going on. So it doesn't show the raw the React component, but rather what the HTML of it, right? So in this case, that's why we are seeing the body and divs and stuff like that. But in this case, you're only seeing the div and some other things, right? So we bring that back. Weird. We save that. Then show that our test is what passing. Nice. So now our test is passing. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to take a look at how to um, test uh, rows of tags in what the document. All right. Thank you.